Hello everyone, and your AK is here again. So today we are going to discuss about entertainment. Okay, so you must be thinking why we are discussing entertainment on Mental Mantras. Let's find out. So a lot of times, I've observed this that people use another human being as their source of entertainment. Recently, I've come across some people who asked me whether they should start dating, whether they should get into relationships or get married. And when I asked them, why would you like to do that? What's your purpose when you say I want to date or I want to be with somebody else? And often people hesitate, but they say that they are feeling lonely, solitude has been very long for them, and things like that, right? So let me tell you, when you start using people as your source of entertainment, you might feel a void that, okay, my partner is not here or I don't have anybody. Let me share my feelings with someone. Let me sit with this person. Let me tell them how I feel. Let me get some compassion, get some empathy, get some support. But you're training your mind to become dependent on other people for your survival, for your emptiness, for your void, and that could actually lead to a very unhealthy lifestyle going forward, especially emotionally, because you're emotionally dependent on someone for your existence. So just imagine if your partner for any reason is unavailable, is not there, right? What would happen? You will immediately feel like running to one of your friends, right? One of the family members or anybody who's close to you to share your things, right? For you, it might be an innocent act, but people may use that void as a tool, okay, as a weapon against you, against your relationships. So, especially when you are thinking of a romantic relationship or marriage, which is something very, very, intimate, closed, and should be treated with utmost care. It's a very fragile relationship. Make sure that first you have learned emotional regulation. Another, you're comfortable sitting with yourself. You're comfortable being who you are. And then only you can actually enjoy and cherish somebody else's company, what they bring to the table, right? When you learn that, it becomes important that you know who you are and what do you bring in this relationship, okay? A lot of time we say that, my partner is not doing this and not doing that, or vice versa. But more often we need to ask, first, did we require them to do this? And second, is it really necessary for them to act in a certain way you want? When you are getting involved with a person, you may not get to dictate how they behave, how they act. So you need to be mindful of setting your priorities, your boundaries, and ensure that you do not build a universe around somebody else. Okay, don't make them center of your universe and then keep regretting it and saying that, oh, I don't know what to do, he's not here or she's not here. Things like that are very unhealthy for long-term relationships. Do understand that it's good when partners come together and become companions, right? But to become a companion, you must be two fully functional individuals. It's okay to require help, to require support time to time, to lean on for emotional needs. That is all okay, but also know that you should not be dependent on them, okay? If that happens, then that is your first sign that you need to work on yourself. So I hope that helps. And with that, also one more thing which comes to my mind is, a lot of people do not have acceptance to what they require in life as well. We all try to be those good characters, the best people we know, right? And we often say, no, this thing does not matter to me, looks does not matter, compatibility does not matter, it's okay, I'm just looking for a good human. But that's not okay, and that's not enough. If deep down you know yourself, you require certain things, then please have acceptance towards it. Because later on, after you have accepted somebody completely, you cannot go back and say, hey, you know what, I wish you would have done this better, or I wish you would have done that better, or things were different, right? That becomes a great source of, sadness and emptiness in relationships. So have that acceptance first within yourself, that okay, what are the things that you do want, you do wish were there, and what are the things that are okay with you, that okay, if this is not there, it's okay, I can step up and take care of it, right? Knowing that becomes very, very important. And other than that, I hope you find someone who accepts you completely, who put in the efforts for you completely, and also is willing to communicate, because without communication there cannot be any relationship which stands. Two people coming together from completely different background, from completely different upbringing, mindset, when you are weaving a life together, it becomes very, very important to have clear questions, clear communications, refrain from assumptions. Do not just assume and say, oh, I think that person must be doing this, must be doing that. If you have any doubt, any question, straightforward, ask that person, be respectful. And always remember, nobody can read your mind. So if there is something which is bothering you, stop dropping the silent hints. Okay, that might not work. Instead, be vocal and always use I statements, alright? So to avoid conflicts, it's very, very important that how anybody's behavior is affecting you, you tell them that, alright? Instead of saying, hey, you always do this, you are like this, try and change your statement with how it affects you. I feel this way when you act in certain way. Things like that will save a lot of anger, lot of resentments, and lot of conflicts in relationships, and will give you peace of mind to carry forward. Alright, so be mindful, be happy, and just see what's there for you in the package. Be always excited for your relationships. Alright, so thank you very much. Until we see you next time, if you have any questions, please drop it for me. I will try and answer it as soon as possible.